Hello and welcome to another episode of Practical IT. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the Raspberry Pi. I just received another Raspberry Pi 3 Model B Plus from Amazon, and I ordered another Cana Kit. And so we're going to take a look at the contents of the kit and the memory cards that I purchased for this particular Pi. So let's get started. Okay, so first of all, I couldn't help myself when I saw these on Amazon for $6 a piece, basically. I ordered a couple of these Gigastone. Hopefully you can read that. Gigastone 32 gigabyte MicroSD cards with adapters. I haven't even taken them out of the package yet. And I ordered the Cana Kit that did not come with the SD card. So I'm going to have to install the image on the SD card myself. So the Cana Kit package came in a plastic bag. And so we'll look at the contents. First off, we've got the premium case for the Raspberry Pi. And if we take this out of the box, I can get it out of the box without wrecking the box. Maybe. Guess not. Okay. So this is your clear Raspberry Pi case. Set that aside for a moment, along with the box it came in. Of course, you've got the README first, and basically this is just telling you that for the Model 3B Plus, you've got to use compatible software. If you don't, then you'll get the rainbow screen with the lightning bolt in the corner. The next piece is the Raspberry Pi itself, which comes with the heat sinks taped to the cover. And I don't like these boxes. They don't make them terribly user-friendly for people with large hands. You've probably seen these before. Raspberry Pi 3 Model B Plus. Hopefully that's focusing. You've got the end with the USB and Ethernet. HDMI, power, and the headphone jack. And then of course on the top you've got connectors for the camera and the GPIO pins. And so we'll set that aside. And the box. The next piece is the 2.5 amp. Get that on screen. There we go. 2.5 amp Cana Kit power pack. And we've all seen power bricks before. I have found that the Cana Kit power packs, power bricks, are of a general good quality. I have seen a couple of other projects that have had issues due to using cheap knockoff power supplies that, even though they're rated for the 3B Plus, they don't supply the proper voltages. Another piece that they've included is this nice little power dongle with a switch that goes in between the Pi and the power brick. So hopefully that's visible in focus. And then, of course, we get the handy dandy getting started guide. So, I don't normally do unboxing type videos, so this is going to be short and sweet to the point. But I want to go over one other thing before we move on and wrap the video. Since we're going to start with a kit that did not come with a MicroSD card, so it doesn't have Raspbian preloaded, we're going to switch over to our web browser. And this is an article on fossmint.com. 10 operating systems you can run on the Raspberry Pi in 2019. So I'll make this a little larger. And so, of course, noobs. So you've got Raspbian, which is the pretty standard option. OSMC, which is the Open Source Media Center, which includes Kodi, and this would give you something similar to a Roku box type experience. OpenELEC, again, it's got Kodi, and it's going to launch Kodi for you. That's an option. If you want to go old school, you can run RISC-OS. And this was originally designed for ARM processors, which happens to be what the Raspberry Pi runs. And so I've always heard about RISC-OS, but living in the States, I never actually got my hands on a RISC PC. They always seemed kind of interesting, though. There's Windows IoT Core, which my feeling is that it's almost blasphemy to use Windows on a Raspberry Pi, because we all understand that the Pi was designed originally with Linux in mind. Again, that's not something I will be trying out unless I get a lot of feedback in the comments. This is your chance to make me try Windows on a Raspberry Pi. But if I get a lot of comments, so at least 10, I will actually give Windows IoT Core a shot on the Raspberry Pi. Laka, free lightweight open source distro with which you can turn even the smallest PC into a full-blown game console without the need for a keyboard or mouse. So the layout kind of looks like a PlayStation 3 or 4 type user interface. So that's an option. RaspBSD, based on FreeBSD 11. So that's an option as well. Okay, RetroPie. I have played with this on a previous Pi. Uses emulation station. Will interface with most USB joysticks. And that, for a lot of older games, it gives you pretty great performance. Ubuntu Core. So this is designed specifically for Internet of Things applications. This does run with snaps. This is a little different than your standard desktop image of Ubuntu underneath. The graphical interface will be very similar, but underneath it operates a little differently because of its reliance on the snap packages. Linutop. I played with this for a project on another Pi. Raspbian based web kiosk and digital signage player. Interesting setup. Worth a spin if you haven't played with it. And down here in the comments, they list a few others. OpenSUSE. There's Arch Linux on ARM. And yeah, so that will at least get you started. If you've got a new Pi and you haven't figured out what you want to do with it, this is at least a good starting point. And of course, you can customize your options after you get things installed. So on that note, I'm going to cut this off here. In the next Raspberry Pi video, we'll go through actually flashing the image onto the SD card. That'll be another short video, and then we will go from there and see where this series might lead us. Until next time, I appreciate each and every one of you watching my videos, and if you like these, please give a thumbs up, please subscribe, and click the bell icon for updates, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.